How's it going, guys? Thought I'd talk about some of the new Vrains information that's come out. Big shout out to Jeremy Perez. I think I'm saying your name right. You always link me to some of the new stuff on the series, so I want to say thank you very much. So we have a major announcement of details. So basically we got a little bit about the plot and basically who's going to be playing the voice actor and things like this for Yusaku, the main character of the new Yugioh VRAINS series. So let's just read the article and then I'll talk about some different things in it. So first of all, this is the new image that we've got. This apparently is Yusaku's ace monster. I can't remember its name off by heart now, but I'll write it down here somewhere so you guys can know. This is Decode Talker, one of his probably primarily used monsters. And of course this is Yusaku. That's Yusaku's image in the real world. So he's got his blue and purple hair, and this is him in the VR space. So this could be him in the real world with his headset on. I'm not too sure how it's gonna work. They're gonna go into this virtual reality world, but obviously this is him in the VR space. And this, I think, is the virus that is infecting or doing bad things to this VR world. Because as we'll find out later, someone is trying to destroy this this virtual reality world. Now, this is something I want to call now before I get into the rest of it. As you can see, Yusaku has a different image. He looks a little bit different with his hair like this in the VR world. And he's a very quiet person in the real world. He doesn't like to be in the spotlight and things like that. However, in the VR space, he's a hacker and he's really good at taking down some of the bad hackers in the game. So I call this right now. There will be a moment where Yusaku's at school in the real world, and a group of people will be like, "Have you heard about that?" He's got a name. It's like Codebreaker or something. It says, "Have you heard about that Codebreaker guy? Been doing stuff?" And Yusaku overhears them talking about that. So he's kind of got this superhero kind of persona, where in the real world he's a nobody. Nobody really talks to him, and in the VR space he's a prominent character and kind of like the superhero of that world. So just calling that now, that will happen at some point. He will overhear a conversation about his alter ego being talked about at school. Let's go on. The animated series, Yugioh VRAINS, based on the work of Kazuki Takahashi, so that probably has been confirmed earlier, but Kazuki Takahashi has some involvement in this show, so that's cool. We'll have Ishige Shoya as the voice of the main character, Fujuki Yusaku, aka Playmaker, so that's his VR name, who has previously had a bit role actor in shows like Orange and Seirin. Now, I haven't watched Seirin just yet, but I have watched Orange. So if any of you guys can tell me which character he played, in fact, we can find out right now, can't we? Okay, I just tried to find this character in one of the shows so I can get a little voice sample for you guys, but I couldn't actually find him. So if anyone can link me to something that voice actor has done some work in, then I'd really appreciate that. Fujuki Yusaku is a high school student who dislikes standing out. In the new VR space, which is the stage for duels in the new series, he takes on the alias Playmaker. Along with this cast announcement, we also introduce the key visual of Playmaker. So I think that's that picture up there. This animated series opening theme will be With the Wind by this guy here, who has done the songs for previous animated series like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I'm sure a lot of you will be happy about. That's the song that he's done there. The director is Masahiro Hosoda. Series direction is Yoshida Shin, and the animation studio is Gallop, and it will begin airing on TV Tokyo starting May 2007. We've got all this here, which, no point in me really reading it out, but you've kind of got a gist of kind of what's happening here. We've got a little bit about Dragon Ball Z Gods of Destruction, director being involved. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal is the series direction. Sound design by Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions, that's pretty damn cool. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters is music as well, so yeah. So the animated series Yugioh VRAINS story introduction. So this is the gist of the story, what's going to happen. There is a city where network systems have evolved. Den City. So that's the city we're going to be in. In this city, with the advanced network technology developed by the corporation SOL Technology, Seoul, a virtual reality space called Link VRAINS has been developed, and in this VR space, people became excited over the latest way to duel. So there you go. However, in Link VRAINS, a mysterious hacker group that hacks via dueling has appeared. The Knights of Hanoi. Their goal is to destroy the AI world known as Cyberse, which is a weird word to say, that exists somewhere in the depths of the network. So, interesting. I wonder if it's going to be like a game world where there's like layers to it, where you got to sort of progress like further down or something, and at the base, this is where this Cyberse is. Curious to see how the VR space is going to work. Very interesting. I hope it's kind of like a world kind of thing, like an RPG kind of setting. Be awesome. However, there is one duelist who stands against the threat to Link VRAINS. His name is Playmaker. He has become famous in the network world for crushing the Knights of Hanoi in fierce duels without mentioning his name. So there you go. That kind of proves that he doesn't want to stand out. He's an awesome duelist apparently in the real world. So This kind of contradicts what we've heard before. Yusaku was meant to be a novice, doesn't really know how to duel, but this says that he's a good duelist. Interesting. But the true identity of Playmaker is an ordinary high school student, Yusaku, who pursues the Knights of Hanoi that appear in VRAINS in order to find out the truth and an incident that happened in the past. So that is all the new information that we've got, basically. We've got a new city, we've got a new big company that probably has something to do with the virtual reality space. We know that the virtual world is called Link VRAINS. We know a little bit more about the main character. Now that we know he's going to be able to duel, I'm curious to see how that kind of works out. And we've got the villains, which are the Knights of Hanoi. There's probably a meaning behind the word Hanoi. I'll have to look into that a bit later. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that we've got from the news source. If you guys find any new information, then please let me know via my Twitter, because obviously I'll do more videos on it. Absolutely. Let me know what you think so far of the plot and premise. What do you think could be happening in the series? What do you think of Yusaku now being able to duel, even though we thought that he was going to be a bad duelist that learns to become good? Kind of curious about that, but yeah. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave the video a like, and I'll either see you in the next announcement video or when Yugioh VRAINS starts. Come check out my reviews. Catch you later, guys. See you next time.